Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today we are talking because we need to discuss another clip that has dropped, you guys, ahead of Saturday's episode. It's Thursday, so you know what that means, that we are going to talk about it. And somebody has a strong reaction to the clip that was released, and we are going to get into all of it, you guys. So nonetheless, a clip has dropped. It looks like everybody's sitting around, the entire cast, by the way, including Jalen making an appearance, you guys. The entire cast, except for what appears to not be there. I don't see Destiny, of course. We know Martell's not going to be there. And I'm not sure whether or not Sunny and Moses is going to be a part of this as well, but from what I gathered, I saw everyone else. I saw Tisha and Ken, I saw Mel, I saw Kimmy, I saw Nell and Chris Fletcher, I saw Marceau and Tisha and everybody else, right? And Stormy and Courtney, as well as Jalen, right? I think that was everyone I saw. So in this scene, basically, you know, Ken and Tricia are trying to concoct their love story, when they met, when things turned more than friends, and blah, blah. Marceau is putting out there that they met in 2016. Ken is saying that they never interacted in person until 2021. Tricia is saying 2019. Ken is claiming when he first saw Tricia that he ran. And, you know, essentially is saying, you know, there can be men and women of the opposite sex that are just friends, that are just having conversation, and it is nothing more. It is nothing more intimate than that. And then Mel comes in to defend them, but I don't think at this particular point in time she knows the history of Tisha and Martell, right? But she's coming in to defend them, basically, and I think she's doing this because she is trying to put out there that all of the false narratives that Martell put out about her and quote-unquote these other men, when, you know, he got exposed for cheating, since him trying to expose his fellow cheaters didn't work, he decided to then accuse Mel of cheating, right? And Mel is saying, listen, my male friends are just that, they're male friends. And so I think that's why she's coming in to defend this, right? And so Marceau is coming back, and he's like, you know, well, the reality is, and Mel comes in, and she's like, well, this is your reality, Marceau, right? This is your reality, because you feel a certain type of way, right? And so nonetheless, Marceau is saying, you know, ultimately you felt something was potentially about to cross the line, and she went back to her husband. So obviously there would have been something that could have or is inappropriate about your guys' interaction, you know, that something's not adding up, right? And so then we get to a confessional, you guys, featuring Marceau and Tisha, right? And they, of course, are now, you know, Marceau's all like, isn't it funny that Mel is defending, you know, married couples now, having conversations with people of the opposite sex? Isn't that funny? Isn't that something? And then Tisha's like, you know, maybe Martell wasn't lying about all the conversations that Mel was having with other men. Girl, what? What? Are you kidding me right now? Really, Tisha? Really? Oh, but everybody's trying to destroy my marriage. That same Tisha, you guys. All the shade in the world. Can you make it make sense? Now, who is calling cap on this scene? That would be none other than Marquez. And you know what? Regardless of, you know, whatever issues, whatever flaws or whatever, because again, we don't have the full story, I believe that this Ken and Tricia thing is cap. I truly do. Because remember, there were deleted Facebook photos of them all together that does not coincide with the timeline that Tricia keeps telling us on the show. I think Ken has been around a lot longer than what they want to make it seem, that they've only interacted within the last year or two. I think that is complete and utter BS. I think he has been around way earlier than that, right? And this notion, oh, I ran. No, you said it in an interview that when you guys got entangled, you guys were both entangled. You knew she was married and you said you had something on the side. And decided to throw that out, decided to give up all your side pieces for Tricia, who still was married. And potentially, depending on who you talk to, depending on the day of the week, sometimes the divorce is finalized, sometimes the divorce isn't, right? But where's the receipts, right? But I find it interesting, any other time, it's like Marceau and Tisha, they can never be on the same page, right? They can never be on the same page. The problem with this whole Tisha and Ken thing is that it's suspect, right? But I don't think Mel has been around Tisha and Ken long enough to know all of the lies that keep taking place in every scene. So she is just going off of what is being presented to her, right? She's just going off of, them having this interaction, nothing inappropriate going down. But she doesn't have the full landscape, of everything else that's taking place, right? So nonetheless, Marceau and, Tisha feel a certain type of way, and now all of a sudden want to put their capes back on for Martell, but allegedly now in person, as recently as the Mimosas with Mel event, you turn up your face now with Martell. But when it's an opportunity to throw shade at Mel, you guys take that opportunity. So which is it? Is Martell, you can't condone how Martell conducts himself? Or is that only now when he throws Tisha into the mix in some upcoming scenes for the later half of this season, Marceau? Make it make sense. But, this group scene, 13, 14, 15 episodes in with most of the cast isn't going to cut it, Carlos King. Isn't going to cut it. Like I said, the Sunny, Moses, and Destiny storyline has drug out, way too long. This Kenny, Tricia, Martell, Marquez storyline has dragged on way too long. And we just need to wrap this up. We need to put a button on it and move on. Why do we have to keep backtracking on these timelines that are not timelining in the first place? And then because, like I said, everything has been so segregated with this filming that we are repeating the same conversations over and over. But here's my thing. If you're telling the truth about when you got together, why is it a different date? Why is it a different year in every scene? And why can't you be on the same page of the date and the year that you guys first interacted? And now you're saying, oh, it was back, in social media, that you guys hit each other up. Oh, the same social media that is being alleged that Tricia and, Martell first got involved as well. Like it's just not adding up. The math isn't mathing. But of course, instead of addressing the issue at hand, which is this timeline of Ken and Tricia, which is why Marquez should have been a part of this show way sooner to provide the proper context, nonetheless, we only have to react to what we're being presented to. And since Mel has not been around Tricia like that, has not been around Ken like that, she's only going off of the limited information that she knows, right? She hasn't been around like the rest of the cast to see Tricia, fumble at the mouth and fumble at the gym and fumble at all these places about the dates and times of when she actually was truly separated and what the depth of her and Ken's connection was, right? But nonetheless, Marceau and Tisha, here they are again. Martell wasn't lying? You mean the ultimate liar wasn't lying? Really? Really? That's what we're doing? Can you make it make sense? Can you make it make sense as to, again, why you guys always do this, right? But then if we say anything, oh, we're being bullied, we're being attacked, and this and that. But it's okay for y'all to throw shade. But when the shade comes back, oh, it's a problem. Oh, now you have to insert Martell if you don't like the shade? Really? No. You can't have it both ways. It can't be both. You guys were fully aware of the disrespect and the cheating and allegedly around Martell and his mistress, allegedly with linebackers as well. And you sat there and played in Mel's face and pretended like everything was still on the up and up. So how dare you now turn around and throw shade like this? Oh, Martell maybe wasn't lying, knowing daggone well you've admitted that you've been out in these streets with Martell in action with his mistress. So how can Martell, who has been out and about with this 10-year mistress and apparently Tricia and apparently all these other alleged side chicks, how does Martell have time to assess and evaluate any type of male interactions that Mel has with somebody? And any male interactions that Mel has had since leaving Martell for good and divorcing him should not even be a focal point. Because ultimately, Martell, you have done way more, and you even had a baby on Mel with another woman. So why this cape on all of a sudden? The problem, like I said, with the Ken and Tricia storyline is that the math doesn't math. The dates, the years keep changing in every scene. And the picture that they try to paint Marquez out to be, now his kids are coming out saying this isn't true. They're trying to tell us that you're a deadbeat and we haven't talked to you in 6 years. And that's not the reality. But nonetheless, I'm going to need Marceau and Tisha to pipe down. And Marceau, if you are so upset about, Mel being quote unquote against you in this Ken and Tricia thing, why did you attend mimosas with Mel? Why were you there this past Saturday? If you feel so strongly, but we know deep down what it is, and we know deep down what time it is. But nonetheless, there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.